Hi, Marika. Tiffany here. I just wanted to say thank you for your post about the mental health disparity in the African American community and in the African American churches. It's true. For a long time, the African American churches have turned a blind eye to the needs of the mental health epidemic that is going on within our community, and it's very sad. Prayer does work, but there has to be work behind the prayer, and I think that's where the churches are missing the mark. They're not treating mental illness as if it is another illness, as if it would be treated like a diabetes or a hypertension or something as such like that. I think we could put in to Kaluma's text that task shifting would be highly appropriate in the churches today. If church leaders would recognize the skill sets of their congregation, if they would take the time to look at who is in their congregation, there's doctors, there's therapists, there's lawyers, there's judges, and start to diversify their ministries and realize that they could have a whole ministry set up towards counseling with licensed professionals, then they would be able to combat the need of the mental health disparity in their church. They may not be able to do it to the highest capacity of a counseling center or a hospital would, but they would have people who would be able to recognize a need and then make referral sources, just like Kaluma has stated in his text. It really just is a matter of the church leaders delegating people to be watchmen and having an ear and an eye to see what's going on. If they know that they have therapists in their ministry and in their congregation, there should be no reason why people shouldn't feel safe to talk openly about what's going on with them. I think what's happening also is that the pastors are taking on too much of the role. They're trying to be pastors, therapists, and that's a hard role. If the pastors were able to differentiate their roles, then it would be a lot easier for them. I hope that makes sense. But if they were able to delegate different tasks, then it wouldn't be that much of a burden and they wouldn't be pushing it to the side as much as they do now. But I think task shifting that Kaluma mentions in his article would be so appropriate right now, because the people who have the skill set can say, listen, I work here, I do this, I can refer you to this person, I can do this, and this is how things would get done. And then it wouldn't be so uncommon. It would be a normal conversation that can be had during church. I know my pastor, I'm blessed to go to one of the bigger churches here in New Jersey, and he made a whole service about it. He brought all the therapists up on the platform to talk about it, to talk about being saved and being depressed, and having all these informative sessions and all these informative professionals come together and talk about the needs of people suffering. So I'm in total agreement with you, and I thank you for just being forward about the needs of the church and the needs of our community.